this is Heather from CysterWigs.com, and this is a review of the Rose from Jon Renau. This is part of their Spring 2019 collection. And the color is FS2V/31V. It's also known as Chocolate Cherry. I love this color. So when I saw how cute this wig looked in the catalog, I was like, right, okay, I know immediately what color I'm gonna get. Because honestly, this color, because it's unrooted and it's so incredibly vibrant, looks a lot better in these monofilament top styles than it does in something that's got a lot of permatease in it, like the Scarlet. This one is really, really pretty in this particular color. So before I get ahead of myself, let me go ahead and do a little do-si-do so you can see what Rose by Jon Renau looks like on all sides. This is a beautiful, short, heavily textured, thinned out little unisex cut. And I say thinned out because it's got all of this layering here on the sides. So even though it's got quite a bit of hair on it, it doesn't really feel like it has a lot of hair on it. This is a very natural volume sort of pixie. And because it's got so much monofilament, it will settle over time and kind of look more like this as you wear it. So if you're the kind of person that doesn't like a ton of volume, this may be the style for you. Though because she's so textured, it doesn't take much to wake her up either. You know, you can even take her off and shake her a little bit, just do it gently. I always hold it by the nape and just kind of, hey. And then, you know, put it back on. It's pretty much a monofilament shake and go. It's got lots of layering, and you can really see that layering beautifully in this color because it's so dynamic and it has so many bright, bright highlights that really point out where all the layers are. Very short nape here. In fact, I gotta double check myself, make sure when I put this back on that all that hair is there and not tucked up underneath the cap. And in a short style like this, just like any short style really, you'll wanna make sure that you kind of cut the tags out in the back once you decide to keep it as your own, or use a single stitch to sew it into the cap of the wig so it's not dangling around. You don't want that poking out in the back because that is just short enough back there that someone might see that bright red Jon Renau tag if you're not careful. I love the lace front on this. I like the layering. It's kind of steamed off the face to begin with, which is always a nice touch. Beautiful mono features. You can really see how bright this color is. It's unrooted, as I said. You do get a little pop of volume here at the crown, courtesy of some permatease, which I'll show you when I take the style off. So, I mean, this will never completely deflate, which is great news if you want to make the most of that layering, like I showed you before. It takes very little to get Rose to look a little bit edgier. She's got longer layers here in the front that are unevenly cut. It's kind of a shattered, sort of textured cut. You can see you've got little bits that are slightly shorter, particularly near the top. You've got longer bits near the front, but they're not all the same length. Some of them are a little bit shorter than others. This one basically reminds me of like the mid-90s. Pretty much, you know, it seemed like a lot of people, men and women, were sporting this exact same cut. This will be a nice shorty do for somebody out there. Great, easy to wear. I mean, I keep playing with it, but that's just because she's fun to play with. So let me go ahead and take Rose off now so I can show you what the interior of the cap looks like. As I mentioned, Rose has a contoured lace front that goes from ear tab to ear tab. There's a seam in between the lace and the monofilament top. There's also a generous amount of permatease here at the top of the crown. It's kind of hard to find because there's quite a bit of hair back here. You can kind of see that back here. This particular kind, because this hair texture is so short, takes the form of like unkinked hairs, like basically extra sort of little short hairs that are in here, but there is also just traditional permatease. You can feel it more than you can see it back there. But it definitely gives it a little bit of a bump here in the back. And you can see where that lives right here. So it's not as much as you get on, say, like Noriko's Jolie, where it's like they literally eat up a third of the monofilament to give you more permatease. But for a short Jon Renau style, that's quite a bit of extra volume there at the crown. Generously wefted, has a lot of hair on it for such a short style. You can tell because of how close together all these tracks are. There is an extended nape. In case you ever wondered what that means, it means instead of going just straight across, you get a little bit of extra material down here. Helps with security and comfort. We also have Velcro adjusters here at the bottom. This is a wig that I consider kind of tight feeling on me. So I would say this fits true to average, which means it's smaller than my head for sure. But if I wore it a little bit, it might stretch just a little. But because it's got all those monofilament features, don't anticipate much stretch. I think she almost looks cuter messed up, so I'm just kind of gonna leave her like this. So this is Rose. Super cute, easy to wear, shake and go, monofilament, unisex cut. I'm Heather from CysterWigs.com. That's CysterWigs.com. Thanks so much for watching. Hopefully you'll check out our wig store where we sell Rose and all kinds of other Jon Renau products. So I just gave you the URL. I'm not gonna rattle it off again. But thank you so much for watching, everybody. We really appreciate you hanging out with us and watching our videos. And you know, if you ever have any tips, suggestions, anything you'd like to see more or less of, please make sure you leave it in the comments section. We love hearing from you guys. And until next time, have a great night. Bye-bye.